Let's begin the show with Pakistan, which is undergoing huge turmoil as supporters of Tehreek-e-Labbaik Pakistan protested in several cities of the country. They are demanding the expulsion of a French envoy over publications of alleged blasphemous caricatures of Prophet Muhammad. Violent TLP protests wreaked havoc in the Muslim majority country, with Islamist supporters and security forces clashing in major cities. The situation turned even more volatile after the arrest of TLP's chief on April 12th. A report. Flames of violence engulfed Pakistan as thousands of supporters of a so-called anti-blasphemy party, Tehreek-e-Labbaik Pakistan, wreaked havoc on Pakistani streets. Leading their Labbaik-e-Rasool Allah slogans, a large number of Islamic radicals blocked highways and rail tracks and clashed with police in different parts of Pakistan in protest against the arrest of their leader Saad Hussain Rizvi, ahead of rallies denouncing French cartoons depicting the Prophet Muhammad. It has been agitating since November 2020 for the expulsion of the French ambassador from Pakistan and a ban on all French goods. Following 3 days of horrific rioting which left around 7 policemen dead and almost 400 injured, Pakistan government has now decided to ban TLP under Terrorism Act.
एंटी टेररिज्म एक्ट 1997 के रूल 11B के तहत तहरीक लब्बैक पाकिस्तान पर पाबंदी लगाने का फैसला किया गया और ये समरी पंजाब हुकूमत की सिफारिश के बाद अभी काबीना को भेजी जा रही है.
This Labbaik Ya Rasulullah is a registered political party. So they have to go with the long process of banning this organization. The government has to go to Supreme Court or anywhere, and then Supreme Court will guide the election commission, and then election commission will ban, and it will take I think at least 6 months. So till that time, then there would be no hue cry or no other things, and this FATF thing will go away. Then again this organization will start militancy. This is a big fraud from the Pakistan.
Tehreek-e-Labbaik Pakistan, an extremist group founded by firebrand Muslim leader Khadim Hussain Rizvi, who died in November 2020, has made the issue of perceived blasphemy its rallying cry. They have been demanding the severing of all ties with France. The government, under pressure, had also agreed not to appoint its ambassador to France and assured that their demands will be tabled before the parliament on April 20. However, in a surprise development, the government arrested the TLP leader as the deadline approached, provoking angry reactions from the party supporters.
हमारा यही मुतालबा है कि हमारे कायदे मोहतरम को रिहा किया जाए और 20 तारीख का जो हमसे मुआहदा किया है उस मुआहदे के मुताबिक फ्रांस के सफ़ीर को फ़ौरन मुल्क पाकिस्तान से निकाला जाए और उनकी मसनूआत का बाइकाट किया जाए.
However, Pakistan government's decision to put a ban on Islamist terror outfit TLP seems a bit ironical. Like several other terror outfits, TLP was also maneuvered into mainstream politics by the country's army brass as one of its tools of political engineering. TLP had its big show in 2017 when it carried out a violent anti-government protest over allegations of blasphemy. It is no secret that it had the backing of the ISI, and the aim was to destabilize and humiliate the PMLN government of the time. Later, a video of an army general handing out cash rewards to TLP protesters also surfaced on social media, clearly implicating army's role in this dirty saga.
The ban in Pakistan with regards to Tehreek-e-Labbaik Pakistan reflects a lot of cosmetic action that we've seen in the past. I mean, most of the time, these extremist organizations that have linkages to the state, and as we do know that TLP was linked to the state, they get banned, and then when there's a lot of public pressure, political pressure, as we saw in this case, and then after once the pressure is released and is relaxed, then these organizations usually reincarnate into different names. We've seen that with other kind of extremist organizations like Lashkar-e-Taiba or Jaish-e-Mohammed, and many more. So the more important thing here is not these bans which are just for public sort of kind of performative bans which just show that the government is doing something when it's not actually doing something. The actual thing would be that if the government in fact, or the military, which is really behind these kind of groups, it actually stops sponsoring such groups, and that will never happen.
Pakistan has always been known for its perennial support to several radical and terror outfits like Al-Qaeda, Jaish-e-Mohammed and Lashkar-e-Taiba. What is even more frightening is that extremist groups like TLP are radicalizing their followers to take up blasphemy as a global cause, leading up to violent events not just in Pakistan but abroad. These hardliners were pushed by Pakistan's military to allow radicals to gain political space. However, once banned, the TLP will not be able to take part in elections. But the ban will not prevent its use in power games on the streets. The tragic part is the Pakistani army never learns.